Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Shane. Today I'm bringing you a review of the EMG Helios Angstadt Arms UDP-9 pistol caliber carbine G3 AEG 10.5 inch. Yeah, that's a mouthful. They love naming these things all kinds of crazy. It's a pistol caliber carbine, so these go for $259 on e-bike, and they go on sale a lot, and they're in Box of Awesomeness a lot. I know that a lot of manufacturers went to the pistol caliber carbine. That was like a huge thing over the past probably year and a half, maybe 2 years. Everybody was all in it. They're kind of getting away from it a little bit now. I mean, airsoft's like anything else; it's super faddish. So, real world pistol caliber carbines were a big deal, especially with ammo prices. So, of course, airsoft took it on, and they saw ways to make money and send out new products and everything. All right, so let's dig in. Alright, so it's very minimalist. Everything is already on it, the sights and everything like that. One great thing about this particular replica is it comes with not one, but 2 magazines, which is awesome, especially because if you're buying this, you're most likely going to have to buy new mags, right? They are mid caps, which I personally like. Some people like high caps, especially if you're dealing with a replica that is different and it uses different magazines, but I like them. Now, I have heard of some feeding issues with these particular magazines because of the way, I guess there's a 2-piece hop-up. So I have heard of some people having to sand down the bottom side of the hop-up so these sit properly. I don't know if that's true. We'll get to it on the shooting video and see if it is a problem. I will say, first glance, this thing is pretty cool looking. I mean, right off the bat, it looks pretty cool. I do like it, and it does come with a metal flash hider. That's one thing that's really nice. Yeah, it is orange, but you can easily paint it, but it is a nice metal flash hider, so you're not going to be worrying about trying to get this plastic piece of junk off the front and having to heat it up and do the glue and the punch pins and all that stuff. So that is really nice off the bat. It does come with a metal hand stop. It's actually stippled on the front of it, so if you're going to push it up against a wall or a door or something to hold it while you're shooting, you can do that. It is an M-LOK rail, which I know M-LOK is the big thing right now, right? Everybody's doing the M-LOK. And it also has nice metal flip-up sights. It's kind of the MP5 style sight on the front, and then it's got like a normal style sight on the back. Nice metal. They do have a little bit of wiggle to them. Not really a big deal. It's airsoft after all. Kind of a Raptor style charging handle a little bit. It's really nice. I like it, and it see how it flexes on both sides. One thing I will say about this is that it doesn't have, it's a 9mm, no forward assist or anything. It does expose your rotary style hop-up, which is great. Everybody loves a rotary style hop-up. There is no bolt lock though, so you can't lock the bolt back. Whenever you pull it open, it's open, right? I have noticed that if you rack it and you don't fully rack it like that, like say you do that and you just let it go forward, there'll be a bit of space right here. So whenever you rack it, you gotta fully rack it to make sure you're gonna expose the hop-up and then slam that little fake piece in there home. It is fully ambidextrous as far as the selector switch, which that's really nice. It's got a nice tight selector switch on it, which is really great. There's nothing worse than your selector switch wiggling back to safe or to full auto when it's not supposed to be. And it has an extended mag release here, which is nice as well. So when you have you don't have to stretch your finger forward to get to it. You just put it right there and you're good to go. It does have a normal curved trigger, and the stock is really interesting on this. So it's got one of the PDW style stocks. So you push this little lever here, and then it slides out. Very thin, very, very light. It's very small, right? So it does fit into the crook of your shoulder very well, so you can do it. But you will not be getting a great cheek weld because of the way this thing is, because it's just blank space right here. And the battery compartment is small, as in with most kind of PDW style weapons. So the battery compartment comes off like that. I mean, it's pretty nice. You can just push the little button and it pops right off. Well, for the most part, push the button, it pops right off. It is wired to Dean's up front, so that's nice. You're definitely going to have to use a stick style battery on this thing. You might be able to fit a small butterfly or a small nunchuck. Let's see. Okay, so I got a 3-panel 11-1, 1300 mAh, and yeah, it'll fit in there. It'll slide in there. The wiring is going to be rough. You might have to slide it in from the other side and route the wires back. I'm not going to get into that right now, but it looks like it'll fit a decent amount of battery. Now I got a fat nunchuck here. We'll see if this thing will be too big. So pretty fat nunchuck slides in there. So it looks like it's actually a lot better on battery space than I thought it was going to be. I really didn't think it was going to be that good. So we'll throw the end back on here. Pistol grip, basic normal pistol grip. Trigger pull. It's actually pretty short. Just barely pull it. And it does have a micro switch. I don't know. I'll have to see about that. It has quick sling mounts. This is definitely made for a right-handed person because it only has a sling mount on this side. It does have one on the M-lock rail as well. That one is on both sides, but it's definitely made for a right-handed person, and I am left-handed, so this is not really great. Though it has ambidextrous fire selectors, this is not really a great left-handed weapon person. I know most of you are like, I don't care, I'm not left-handed, but you know, for me, it makes a difference. So it's fully licensed with the Angstadt Arms logo. It's got all the Angstadt Arms LLC, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's on the M-lock rail and everything. Cool, you know, if you're into the trades and stuff like that, it's definitely licensed. Okay, so this actually has a Gen 3 gearbox in it by Matrix and S&T, I want to say it is. So it does come with a micro switch trigger and MOSFET, so it's, I don't know how advanced the MOSFET is. I didn't see anything about programming, but I'm basically going to say it's micro switch and it'll protect your battery. I'm sure it has like low battery voltage monitoring. It says that it has LiPo-ready internals. LiPo-ready internals is like such an overused thing. It does have a MOSFET, so generally anything with a MOSFET is LiPo-ready. Now, whether or not you're going to destroy the insides of this thing by the fire rate, that's a whole other story, but we'll get to that a little bit more. So it does have a full metal tooth piston, which is very nice. I prefer full metal tooth, especially if you're going to be shooting 400 or above, even some 350. It's just nice because you don't have to worry about anything stripping out, right? One thing I do not like about this is that this MOSFET requires a magnetic sensor, which means that if you do any upgrading to this, your sector gear, you're stuck with it unless you have another sector gear that you're going to change it that also has a magnet and works exactly the same. So you're stuck with that sector gear. But honestly, I'm sure the gearing in here is fine. I doubt you're going to have any problems with it, but if you did strip a sector, you're going to have to find it with the magnetic sensor, or you're going to have to drill it out and like use your own, or whatever you are able to do. It does have a quick change spring, so you take the back off this here, and there's a screwdriver down in there. Unscrew it, you can pull the spring out, put a new spring in. Relatively hassle-free, not as easy as the Cyma Platinum. That one I love, it's just so easy, but you can change the spring if you wanted to go from field to CQB. Pretty basic little PDW. I like it. I think that 259, we'll see how it shoots. It might be a little on the high end as far as pricing goes, but it feels solid. I mean, it's nice and heavy. The parts that are metal and that need to be metal are metal, and then it does have some polymer. There's nothing wrong with polymer. And it feels nice and it looks nice. So 250, I don't know. Let's throw a battery in it and check it out. All right, so let's see if there's any of those spring problems. Oh. Well, that's not good right off the bat. Well, this won't even go in. There we go. Alright, so you gotta like wiggle it around to really get it in there. Not a big fan of that. I don't want to pull it out because it's going to spill BBs everywhere, but we'll play with it in a minute. Alright, let's get the target up over here. Alright, so as you can see, the top 6 targets up there are pretty worn in, so I'm going to stick to the bottom, or the top 9, excuse me. So I'm going to stick to the bottom 6. Let's check to see how these sights are. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this stock right off the bat for left-handed purposes. Alright, so let's see how long these sights are. So I'll do the bottom left. And it is not on at all. Let me switch to the more precise. Alright, so I'll do the left side 4th down. Oh, these sights are way off. Yeah, good thing I got a sight tool here. Okay. Do that again. So 4th down, left hand side. Oh, man. I'll go ahead and say now there's nothing worse than getting a replica that has a tool needed for a sight and they don't give you a cheap aluminum tool for it. So I do have a sight tool here that's made for an AK, but I'm actually at the end of what it can do, and I need to go down even further. So let me see if I can. Alright, let's see if that did it. Alright. Left side, 4th down. Alright, so that's a little bit better. I'm still aiming up just a little bit, so you're going to have to adjust the crap out of that, which is alright. And it's right down, pretty much down in the center. So I'm going to do, so Left side, fourth down, 2 shots. Left down, bottom, 2 shots. Middle, fourth down, 2 shots. Middle, bottom, 2 shots. Okay, so now I'm going to do all 4 targets, one after the other, right? Do it again. Alright, shoot straight. Let's check out this full auto. I'm going to do right hand, fourth down. And there's the end of it. No, only 1 BB came out. Feeds pretty well, I guess. So I didn't see a problem feeding with this mag. Some people say they have it. I will say that when you try to get it up in there, you have to get in there and kind of wiggle it. Because if you just try to slam it up in there, so you got to get it at a very, very specific angle. So when you're changing, you almost have to come hit the back of it and then barely, see, that's the only way you're going to do it. Because if you try to come up and just hit the front, you're going to have trouble. I can already tell you right now. And I can see the marks on the feed lip of this from hitting it wrong over and over. So you're going to have to get that angle absolutely perfect. I can already tell you're going to have trouble changing mags out with this thing. So that kind of sucks. However, it looks like there's a pretty serious gap on the front side. If you take a piece of Velcro, the pile side, the fuzzy side, and stick a piece right in there, I can almost guarantee it's going to take care of your mag problems. That's how I fix most of my gun's mag problems. I just take the side that needs to be pushed out a little bit. The Velcro allows it to slide easy, doesn't put too much in the way, and it can compress, and it works really well. So, a little bummed out about the mags. Alright, so let's do some chrono here. Alright, I'll call it out. Oh. 361, 358.7, 366.8, 367.2, 362.6. Let's check out that rounds per second. 17.3. I feel like that was faster. 17.3? I don't think that was right. Okay, here we go again. 17.47. 17.24. I don't know, it sounds like it's a little more than 18, but the chrono says what the chrono says. So, looking at around 350, 360, about 18 rounds a second, give or take. Overall, pistol caliber carbine wise, kind of like it. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, $260. That seems maybe a little pricey. Maybe, I don't know though. It is metal. Everything is metal. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm worried about the mag fitment, really. So I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. It does have a MOSFET and all that good stuff, but I'm really worried about the mag fitment. You're gonna have to do something to make sure that it fits just right. So I'll do 6 out of 10. Would I buy it? I don't like pistol caliber carbines, so probably not. But I will say that if you are looking for a pistol caliber carbine, I've reviewed the KWA and the Zion Arms. Zion Arms is a beast. That thing is amazing. But it also has some of the same drawbacks as this. Proprietary mags, the whole thing. So I'll go 6 out of 10. Sounds good. Alright, well, that's the review of the Angstadt Arms UDP-9 pistol caliber carbine, G3 gearbox, and all that good stuff. I want to go ahead and say like, subscribe, share, shameless plug, all that good stuff. And appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you next time.